What's up, guys? Zor here, and I'm back in my Feed the Beast Mindcrack single player. So something weird happened, and I didn't have any sound on this episode when I uploaded it. So something happened between editing and compressing, which meant I didn't have any sound, and it's the same for the next episode. So this will be a commentary. So I'm not playing the game as you're watching it. So I recorded this episode about 5 days ago. So I don't really remember what I did. So I'm just going to be talking as I see it, and hopefully, yeah. So I do remember in this episode I planned to make a tank for honey, because the plan is to use biogas engines, I believe, in order to power everything. Because right now I use like 7 Stirling engines, and Stirling engines need coal, and my generator needs coal, and my mining turtles need coal or lava, but I use coal because it's easier to do. So yeah, I use like a crap ton of coal. So yeah, the plan is to get bio gas engines up and running. So this episode I'm trying to build a tank. Right now I'm just trying to see. There's a type of bee that needs redstone. When it says flowers, it says redstone. So I don't understand what the hell that means. But it won't work. I can't find a way to get it to work. I put redstone down, nothing happens. I put redstone around it. I turn the redstone on, so it's got a redstone signal. Nothing happens. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Don't know if I don't know. I don't know enough about bee stuff to figure it out. But yeah, now I'm just sorting out the inventory, making sure the centrifuge is working and everything is making. My bees are getting quite good now. I've got a lot of different types of bees, quite advanced, not advanced, they're nowhere near advanced, but like new types. So I'm getting stuff like redstone and things like that from bees and their honeycomb. So the bit I'm standing in now is where the biogas engines are going to go. This little bank area. Yep, and I messed that up by not jumping on the rock before putting another piece down. G. Effing G. Yeah, so that's where the biogas engines are going to go. And then the tank will go. That was just me, in case you wondered why I had a stack of redstone ore in my inventory. I was testing to see if redstone ore is what I meant by redstone. And then I was going to go and silk touch a pick and get it, but it didn't mean that either. So I don't know. I don't even know. So yeah, the tanks are. I think it's not. Yeah, I think it's buildcraft or no, forestry or no. What good knowledge of mods here. I'm pretty sure it's railcraft. 98% sure it's railcraft tanks. I'm pretty sure 100% now that I think about it. So you need a rolling machine in order to build some of the parts to get them. So you need a rolling machine to make iron tank something or other. I forget the name of it. And basically 4 of those in a square, like 2x2 square, makes iron tank sides, like walls, and you also use them with glass to make the glass parts of the tank. So I'm just going through everything, trying to find stuff. That was grass blocks, by the way. I'm not sure if I mentioned that in another episode. I managed to get them from Scrapbox. I got loads of scrap from all that. If you remember, I put a bunch of cobblestone in my recycler, and all those things were from these scrap boxes, which are quite good. What am I building here? Oh yeah, this is a rolling machine. Sorry. So rolling machine, get that. Now these, I believe they need to be powered. I actually can't remember where I put it in my world. I'm trying to think. I'm not sure if it's there anymore. I may have lost it, but oh no, oh well. Hopefully I'll find it again. That's weird. Just thinking about playing it earlier, I just realised it wasn't around. But yeah, so this needs an engine of some kind. I was going to go and grab a steam engine in order to do it. So just get this, replace it in there. You can power it up, and they have. I love the fact they all have onboard storage for power, because with these engines, it's such a waste that they don't like. They're still a waste because they keep pumping even if there's no reason to. Whereas like the generators, they'll stop burning coal if the generator is full of energy, uh, which makes way more sense to me. So this is how you make the iron things. 4 iron in a rolling machine gives you 4 iron tank panels, I think they're called. Maybe, I have no idea. So make a bunch of those, and I can then start working on the tank, which will go there. That's where the tank is gonna go. Sorry, yawn. Tank will go there. It'll be quite big. I'm gonna make it wider than it is tall, just because I want. I don't know, because I want it to take up that whole square. So just with like a one by, like a one wide walkway around it. Right now I'm grabbing some batteries. I got these single use batteries from scrap boxes. Scrap boxes are very useful if you have a bunch of them. You can get some really good stuff like grass. Like I know you can get grass from UU Matter and stuff, but a recycler is very easy to make, and you have a bunch of crap you need to recycle anyway. I think you may be able to burn scrap in a furnace. Don't quote me on that. If somebody knows, be sure to leave it in the comments saying if you can or not. But I think you can. So you could, if you wanted to make a machine that would pump out some scrap into a generator, and the rest goes into an automatic crafting table, which I'm not even sure if they're still in. If they're in this mod pack, if they are, pump them into an automatic crafting table that crafts scrap boxes that just go into a chest, and then you just go and get them and throw them out. The one downside is that more often than not, you just get a piece of scrap out of a scrap box, which I know is like meant to be. It's meant to be like you don't get a good thing every time, but I think they should just have like, I don't know. It seems a bit annoying. Like it costs 9 scrap to make this thing, and you get 1 scrap out of it. It doesn't seem to add up to me. Like that doesn't make sense. If it was like 1 piece of plank of wood, or 1 piece of cobblestone, or something like that, even though they're like probably worth less than 1 scrap, because like it's like 1 in 4 pieces of cobblestone or something like that actually gets turned into scrap. It's not every single piece. So like scrap might be more valuable than a piece of cobblestone or a piece of wood, but it seems like more sense. Like if you have 9 scrap and you smush 9 scrap together, and then you open up a box with this. I'm trying to make this in real life, but I realize now that that's really stupid to say. But if you try and think about that, like if you make something with 9 of something else, and then it gives you 1 of the thing you made it with, it doesn't make sense. Like what? No, that's not how things work. So if it gave you something really common or really useless, but it wasn't scrap, I would probably be happier than I am now, because it gives you scrap. So right now I've got my iron tank walls, which are those white blocks. They're similar to like they're white. I don't know. They're like iron blocks in Just one mod, I forget what it is. They're also like new quartz pillars. They kind of look like they've got that sort of texture, the like lined, grooved texture. But they look pretty cool. They look very industry, and you just basically to make one, you just make a frame, and you can fill. You need a basic frame. You can put the glass sides on top if you want to, and bottom I think, but I just chose not to because there's no point in putting them on the bottom because no one sees there, and again I'm really high up, so there's no point in having it on top because no one sees that either. It's not that they're a lot more expensive to glass, it's just they're a bit more awkward to make, like with glass and stuff. You need to go get sand if you don't have enough glass and things like that. So I just think it's easier. I'm just lighting up this area now because skeleton kept spawning. Anyway, I'm getting a lot of creepers spawning in my base, like in my treehouse. I think it's over here they spawn, because the guy's walking around. In daytime, just walking up and down like my base. Like it must be like cat and mouse. I'm in one place, he's in another place. We don't see each other, and then all of a sudden we bump into each other on the stairs, and he tries to kill me. I have blown up the base a couple of times, but fixed it off camera. Sometimes on camera I've blown it up too, but oh well. Jump down there, and this is where I go and try and put glass in the sides, not realizing that that doesn't work, and you need the special like tank glass. I don't know what it's called again, I forget, but it's a glass that you can put in the sides of the tanks, and basically, if you don't have any experience with railcraft sort of works around the fact that you build structures out of special blocks that then turn into things that are machines. So like the tanks, you build the structure of special blocks, turns into a tank that you can use. You've got blast furnaces, coke ovens, big 3x3 blocks of different special building materials that then turn into a machine, as opposed to most mods having a one block machine that you craft. I'm not it's annoying as hell to be honest with you, because it takes up a lot of room, and it can take up quite a lot of resources. Like I'm trying to think, the blast furnace, I'm fairly sure that needs nether bricks, which if you've got a close by nether fortress thing in your nether spawn, that's fine, but if you're like a mile away from one, it's kind of awkward to get a bunch of bricks. Although saying that, some crafting recipes need a lot of stuff too, so I don't know. Also, there's a lot of room, but they do look badass. Like the tanks look really. You can have massive. I think they go as big as you want, so you could have like 100 by 100. I don't know if that's too big. We could have 100 by 100 by 100, because that's still under the build limit tank, and just fill it with whatever, honey, water. Probably not lava, because I'd probably hold all the lava in the like surrounding 100 chunks. So yeah, that seems a bit not feasible, but you could fill it up with something and it'll look pretty cool. Take like a long time though. That is the no, did I show you this stuff last episode? I'm not sure. This is all the bee stuff. I worked on the bees off camera because it was getting quite boring. I was like, pick up a bee, a drone and a princess, put them in a little box, an apiary, wait for it, and then take them out, see if there's any good ones, and then rinse, lather, rinse, repeat. So it got kind of boring, so I did a lot off camera. This sequencer will make a template that I can then use to turn other bees into the bees of the template. So this one's making common, because you can't find commons in nature. So instead of having to breed two ones together to get a common, I can just make it straight away. So So yeah, it works for all sort of lower class bees, like pure bees. So I can get like common, rocky, meadows. So if I'm like, oh crap, I don't have any meadows, instead of being like, oh, I need to go run around the whole place trying to find a meadows hive, then I can just be like, oh wait, I've got the template, let's make one here and now, done, dusted. So yeah, that's why I'm doing that. Also, not sure if I said this last episode, because this is 2 episodes ago for me. I know this is not the last episode I shot, but the episode before that. So I'm kind of all over the place with what I've said and what I've not said. I got 2 more apiaries and a bunch more frames from another village. I just keep getting loads of food and just walking around and finding villages. I think there's 5 within 200 blocks of my base, maybe 200. I mean, about 200 meters or something. They're really close by. They're like, I don't know why. I don't know if there's some mod that makes more spawn or something. But yeah, they're really close by. So I found a bunch of those. And just raided the village. And I also found beekeepers there that will trade me stuff for frames, as well as a guy who will trade me, I think it's 2 wheat for an emerald. I think I found a guy, or something ridiculous like that, like 2 wool, like two of something that's like really, who cares? He would trade that, and then I'd use the emeralds to buy more frames. Right there, I was just trying to get stuff at scrap boxes, and if you noticed, I got, I think, about 3 scrap boxes and got 3 scrap, and then built another scrap box out of those scrap and got another piece of scrap. So like, oh, that's when I fell down. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, the scrap boxes are kind of good and kind of ridiculous. Considering, yeah, they're good because I mean I have 2 barrels plus about 4 double chests full of cobblestone. Like, it's ridiculous amounts. So there's nothing else for me to do with cobblestone other than use it in like 4 stacks. You're pretty much covered for all of your crafting, and then if you need smooth stone, then yeah, you have to go and get some. But I had like ridiculous amounts. It's kind of pointless having it all. So having the recycler turn it into scrap, which can be used for the UU matter, which eventually I'll do. It's kind of useful. So I'm waiting for the, what you might call it, more iron frame things. I was just talking about the assembly table and how you need loads of machines to build one machine to build one thing, which is kind of annoying. Like, I built that assembly table and laser with like 4 diamonds or something before I had like over a half a stack of diamonds. So it was a lot back then, and I can't remember what. I think I used that to make the macerator, which macerator are very valuable and it was worth it, but like it seems a bit like over. I do think I'll use it again. I know I'll use it again, but it just seems a bit like you have to build. You essentially have to have 4 diamonds to make a macerator, and a macerator is generally the second